Okay, I'm reloaded. Big Dappuccino here. Please forgive my cheesy setup here. I know to some of y'all this looks amateurish or whatever, or I just wanted to do something different. I took the backdrop from that European Hot Wheels diorama 4-car set. Well, 3 car. Is it 3 cars? Yeah, 3 car set. And well, it's 3 cars and what you call it, a hauler. You know what I'm talking about. The one with the Jaguar, the Jaguar, the Porsche, and the Mercedes Benz. So that I showed in my last video. And this is something I just picked up from, I think, Dollar Tree. A little thing I put together. It's blocks. It's cheesy. Yeah, but I'm been bored, you know. But the main focus of what I'm doing here is XLTOffRoadBear. He had a favorite 5 casting challenge, and a lot of people are doing videos for it. I'm kind of behind. I'm always late to the party because I had other content scheduled ahead of it, but I'm finally getting into it. So let's without further ado, let's do this off XLT off road bear favorite 5 casting challenge video. First, let's start with this Mercedes Benz SL 500 convertible that they debuted in Buried Treasure 2005. But this model is the VIP Luxury from 2008. This casting was used from 2005 to 2009. At the time, I didn't know of any other company was doing this casting. I'm sure that Tomica or TLV or Durango or somebody or Suco or whoever European companies or Japanese die-cast premium companies, pretty sure they have better castings than this. But this is known as the big boy in urban slang. In the early 2000s, if you had one of these, you were doing very well. This was in real life, this was not really a redesign, but an upgraded version of the average SL 500 convertible. AMG was involved. Anytime, like during the early 2000s, where you had the 600, the 500, even the 3, and when it's abbreviated, well, the numbers were, and it was 32 after the letters, that means that it was just double digits after the letters. You know, like S500 would be a S55. That usually it was AMG involved. They wouldn't put AMG on the back of it, but AMG would be involved. And of course, AMG is an aftermarket company that exclusively, well, kind of exclusively pretty much work with Mercedes-Benz. I don't know, they were former employees of Mercedes-Benz or engineers or whatever, but eventually Mercedes-Benz ended up owning AMG officially. But they sold special AMG package cars ever since I think the late 80s, early 90s. At their dealerships, they could be ordered. And usually they were Germany exclusive. They had to be ordered. Only like celebrities and athletes, you know, big time people, businessmen and stuff like that, millionaires could afford them. But after a while, it became more affordable. I'm rambling on. this car is special to me because I wanted one during the time. I even test drove one. And early 2000s, I know it looks attainable now, but at a time, this was like it right here. I think I wanted this, or either the American equivalent, of course, was the Corvette Convertible during the early 2000s. You were really doing something. I was making a nice hunk of change, I guess. And this is just something I picked up because I liked it, you know. And it has endured. Like I said, the casting has been discontinued. Of course, they have redesigned Mercedes-Benz SL and other models several times. And to me, it's just not the same. I don't know. It's kind of restraint. It's like a little bit of class with this. I should say a lot of class. I guess less is more. And now it's just, I don't know. It's just been designed and, I don't know, just ramped up. And I don't know. It's just too much. So that's that. Let's move on to the next model. This is the next one is the HW Car Culture. Pretty much, well, it is Car Culture, but it's my first super treasure hunt, and I have a story behind this one. This casting debuted in Larry's Garage in 2010. This is the 2014 50th anniversary casting, which is a treasure hunt, super treasure hunt, I should say. Okay, the story goes in 2008. Well, it had to be later than that because this is 2000. It has to be 2014. Well, I guess it was 2014 then. In 2014, I was at a giant grocery store picking up some odds and ends, no pun intended. Of course, odds and ends is the name of one of my video series. I had just came from the barbershop, which was next door to a giant grocery store, which is no longer there. It's closed down. It's now an international market. I was living by myself in an apartment. I didn't say I just gotten divorced, but I pretty much just got situated before that. I was living with some relatives and there, whatever. I had pretty much got situated, got the place that I wanted. I had a place before that, but it wasn't the place I have now, with more space and everything. So I was in a very good mood. It was summertime. I wasn't collecting diecast like I am now. And I definitely wasn't doing videos. I don't even think I was on YouTube yet. If I was at a CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, Safeway, or Giant, Dollar Tree, etc., I would pick up stuff from the diecast that I liked, just to display on my desktop right here. Well, I don't even think I had this desktop. I had some diecast up here, but not like now. Usually on my TV stand in my bedroom or in my living room. Anyway, I saw a dump bin in that Safeway grocery store. It's a Giant. In that Giant grocery store. And there was Hot Wheels in there. So I was looking around for something like a GTO or Chevelle, something cool. And a more reality-based casting, because I really don't like fantasy castings. And there was a guy there who pretty much he worked across the street at the BMW dealership that was across the street. He was probably on his lunch break, probably picking up something, a little eat, because this giant location was known for their fried fish, chicken sandwiches, and even hoagies. I can't recall the name on his name tag, but he was in uniform. That's how I knew he worked at BMW. Uh, he asked me what I was looking for. I said something cool. Uh, he told me, what are you into? I said, I like muscle cars and some Japanese influence in European sports cars. He said, trust me, this is what you want. And he showed me this orange was really gold. I think they call it special flame gold. I forgot the color. Yeah, special flame gold. It looks orange to me. But anyway, he showed me this orange Mustang. It was in the package with gleaming paint. And he pointed at the TH symbol. And he said, this is a super treasure hunt. That symbol means it's a super treasure hunt. It's a special edition with special flame paint and rubber wheels. And he handed it to me. I don't know if he had one personally, but he had put together some castings on the side because he was on pretty much at first on the other side of the dump bin. I thanked him, and I think I shook his hand. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But I never saw this guy again. And the weird thing about it, it pretty much sparked the interest in me becoming an adult collector. I was picking up stuff before, like Larry's Garage and stuff like that. But I didn't know too much about super treasure hunts and all that. And he pretty much gave me, that was 6 years ago. So, really 7 years ago now. So that random encounter made me want to hunt on the pegs on a more regular basis. And this is my first super treasure hunt, like I said. I'll never sell this. And as you see, it's not like most early treasure hunts. It doesn't have as much detail as you think, but it does have the rubber wheels. And oh Lord, I'm live. Most people are cringing. Oh, he dropped a super treasure hunt. But yeah, it's very important, man. Even though I don't act like it because I just dropped it. And I just cleaned it this morning. But I'll probably never sell that. As well as my other super treasure hunts that I found on my own. So next, let's move on to the next model. The next car we're going to feature is a 1958 Plymouth Fury, which, remember what I said, they call it a Plymouth Fury, but that's what you see on the plate because it is an M2. Remember that. It says Fury on the base plate or whatever display thing. And this car was I found this in 2000. Well, it's part of the 2010 Barn Find series from M2. I found this car at a Marshall's. Sorry, folks. I found this car at a Marshall's department store when I was searching for Christmas gifts for my nephews and nieces in 2009. I didn't really know anything about M2 then. I had a few Matchbox and Hot Wheels at the time on my TV stand display. Probably had the Larry's Garage cars at that time. There was a couple other models that I seen. Yeah, because weirdly enough, I've never seen M2 since then in that Marshalls or any Marshalls. I've been looking though. They had a Plymouth Superbird or Dash Daytona, you can't tell. They look about the same, and a couple other models. I want to say a Mustang too. I was attracted to this car because it reminds me, of course, of Christine, and that's probably what they were, what their motivation for making it anyway. So it also inspired me to go get Christine too, which was my first online purchase and my first Auto World. But this was my first M2. And as you see, the doors open. And it does have that patina look because it is bar fine. It reminds me of Christine when the main characters go see it in the early in the movie. And it was just sitting there on that property. And the doors open and the hood opens. Now remember what I showed you on the name plate that it says it's a 1958 Plymouth Fury. Now we're gonna take a look on the base and see what it says. Hopefully what do you see? It says it's a Plymouth Belvedere, which they are indistinguishable, and it does have the same copyright date 2010. And they actually did that for the movie too. Some of the cars in the Christine movies are not Plymouth Furies, they're Plymouth Belvederes, because Plymouth Belvederes were actually cheaper and you could find more of them. Fury was actually like a sportier version of the Belvedere, which was considered like the standard sedan version. So this is cool. It's my first M2, and like I said, it inspired me to go buy that Christine, which was my first Auto World. So I don't know why they don't do this series anymore. I think it was cool. The barn find. That was before barn finds became big. You seen barn finds and everything, video games and Forza video game and other Johnny Lightning has them. And I think Greenlight does a patina versions, some cars. And then I think somebody does Works in Progress. I don't know who that is. I might be Johnny Lightning too. But moving on. Next car is a 68 Ford Mustang GT from Greenlight. It is from their Greenlight Hollywood series, and it is supposed to be it is supposed to represent the Mustang from Bullitt in its unrestored form, which there's a story behind that. And in real life, the guy who built the cars, I do not know his name, I didn't do all that research, but simply the guy who bought the car, he had the car, I think, somewhere. Oh, he sold it. And his son found the car and he restored it. Well, he didn't restore it. He pretty much got it working to the point of, and pretty much kept the outside, the paint at a weathered state that it was, and just maintained it, and it became a popular car that was featured at car shows and stuff, and it was in a few magazines, and it's online. You can look it up on YouTube. It was sold at, I want to say Barrett-Jackson, or I think Barrett-Jackson or Mecum auction a couple of years ago. But I saw this car in real life. It was featured on the mall in Washington, which is near the Smithsonian Museum area. I went out to work and I took pictures of it. I don't know if I still have it. Pictures of it. Probably on my laptop I do. But it was a cool experience. This is from 2018, but Greenlight has had this casting since 2007. Significance of this car is I'm a Steve McQueen fan. I always liked Steve McQueen even as a kid. Of course, he's been in various movies. I knew him from westerns. My father loved westerns, so but he also starred in movies like The Thomas Crown Affair, Tower and Inferno, and Le Mans and The Great Escape, of course, Bullet. But a couple of years ago, I found he was out. He was born on March 24th, which is my birthday. So I thought that was always eerie, you know. But he is, in my opinion, the first action movie star. There have been others, but they usually did Western and war movies. He did it all. He did racing movies. He did crime dramas. He did disaster pictures. He did all types of stuff. And westerns, like I said before, and war movies. So Tom Cruise and Will Smith and all of them, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone and Bruce Willis, they all owe him their career. The last car we're going to do is the Tomica. It's not a limited vintage. This is just a regular Tomica, folks. And this is the first car I ordered from overseas. My first Tomica, of course, but it's my first car I ordered from overseas through Amazon. It actually came from Japan. I was going to keep the box it was shipped in, but I was so green at the time, I accidentally threw the box away. I don't know if it was a little damaged, but I should have kept it because it had the writing on it, the Japanese writing on it, and it had a picture of the main character from the anime and manga series this was supposed to represent, Takome from Initial D. And I was into Initial D even before Transforms. The Fast and the Furious came out, and basically, I think it's the story of I think Kechi Tasato. Don't get me out. Probably mispronounce his name, but he's known as Dorigon, and he's the original Drift King, and he pretty much is a famous race car driver, and he started a video series that preceded all the stuff you see on YouTube and all that. It's called Hot Version. So that was his life story. This is an AE86 Toyota Corolla, 1986 Toyota Corolla Trino Sprinter. As you can see, the doors open. The interior is cool. And this is a basic Tomica. There are better versions of these cars where, like these headlights, which are hidden lamps that are up. The hidden lamps, there's a button on the back where the hidden lamps can go down. And you hit the button again and it go back up. But this is good enough for me. And this is just their basic model. It may be a level above their entry model for Tomica. And at the time, I think when I purchased this in 2013, actually I purchased it in 2019. I think it must have been early 2019. And it is a casting for 2013 actually, but I still don't care. And at the time, I only paid like $837, and plus shipping and handling, which I think was less than I think it might have been $5, under $5 around there, or a little more. Might have been $6, but I know it was way under 10, probably around 7. But I was looking the other day on Amazon, and there are online people, on sellers or whoever, who are selling this car for between $30 and $40 with free shipping, or $16 with over $20 for shipping and handling. I think that's supply and demand, but of course with stuff going on with COVID and all this, and this is a basic Tomica model. This is not the limited vintage. So this is my first Tomica. I think now I have like 5 or 6 Tomicas now. I don't think I'm up to 10, but I have several now. I want to get several more. And it's just cool. And of course, it does the shock thing like most Tomicas do. And people are going crazy over that Hot Wheels version of this car, but they don't have detail like this. It does not. And I think I seen up there where they trying to sell that for at least $20 online. And it does have plastic wheels. It doesn't have rubber wheels, but oh well. And that's pretty much it. That's my XLT off-road bear favorite casting challenge video. As always, I say this is not the best diecast channel, but it's not the worst either. The motto of this channel: show a little love to the diecast. I want to thank the subscribers. For the random viewers, I encourage you to subscribe, hit the notification button, of course hit the subscribe button. Until next time, this is Big Dappuccino signing out. Peace and blessings.